Never, ever, ever giving up. Let me explain this to you. No matter who you are right now, if you are out there and you are struggling, if you're not where you want to be, maybe you're even making a lot of money and you're doing okay, but inside you don't feel self-fulfilled. Watch this whole video. I am going to show you not only how I became one of the top salespeople in the world, but also how I have a fulfilled life and I love myself. It's winners quit quitting. Yep. Don't quit.
You gotta do my knees.
Hey.
There you go. Breathe.
Come on, bro. Let's go. So when your body tells you to stop, you tell it to shut the up. You calm yourself down. Take control of your body. Take control of your breathing. You hear me? Come on, man. You're either gonna quit right now or you'll never quit again for the rest of your life.
Change is always going to be difficult. It's inevitable, but it's going to be difficult. And I want you to start having a better appreciation and mindset around change. But first, I need you to understand that there are two types of change. First is the change that is imposed on you. But the other type of change, which I do want to make sure you pay attention to, is the type of change that you initiate. And I want you to start leaning into and seeking out change anywhere and everywhere that you can.
If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say, my life is not everything I want it to be, and perhaps it's not everything that I need it to be. What's one thing I'm doing wrong, that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? It's like, you meditate on that, you'll get an answer. And it won't be one you want, but it'll be the necessary one.
You need to wake up every single day of your life and simply say, I'm going to do the best I can with what I have where I am. I'm going to do the best I can with what I have where I am. Whatever limitations are placed upon you because of this imposed change, you're not going to focus on that. You're going to focus on doing the best you can with what you have where you are. Anytime you make a change, it is going to be a prerequisite to you becoming more self-actualized. See, the goal to you raising your sales performance is to raise yourself, is to become the best version of yourself. Those two things will go hand in hand. And never forget, if you keep doing what you've been doing, you will keep getting whatever you've been getting. And if you don't like what you've been getting, then you need to change what you've been doing. And in addition to leaning into change, I want to make sure you all understand that you have to choose to win. W-I-N, which stands for what's important now. This is the definition of mental toughness.
But I refuse to settle or go to sleep like I've done in the past. So many of you guys have settled for so long. Okay? I'm just telling you, think about it. The times you went to sleep, yeah, no more. Okay? And it feels good. Once you decide to change, but you got to run at your goals. You can't jog. You can't walk. You have to sprint. A lot of people, man, they're eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm starving. They're fed. I feel like I'm starving. I have an empty stomach. I'm so hungry. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. As you think about your mind right now, that's the most powerful thing that you can have going for you. Doesn't matter what your skill is. This gone, you're done. We got to wake up before the sun gets up. We got to enjoy the process. We got to become addicted to the process. It can't happen. Success is earned. Legends live forever, man. Forever. That means when we're done and we get buried 1,000 years from now, they're going to know us. Right. Okay? I just want to tell them. When I see somebody, I'm like, you won't forget my fucking name. You ain't going to forget me. I'm going to do something to every single person I meet. It's going to know. They're going to know me for the rest of their life. They'll never forget. In your life, who you view yourself as who you are is all that matters, okay? Listen, right now, get a pen, get a piece of paper. Let's start out by drowning out the haters, okay? The voice on the inside driving you to be who you want to become and who you know you can be is the voice that matters. No one else's voice matters. This isn't a hype video. This isn't a motivational video. This is the damn truth. You want to become great? Number one, every single person who's successful in this world, every one of them, they were all mocked. They were all ridiculed. they were all laughed at until they laughed their way to the bank. You know why? Because of that inner voice. So number one, what's your inner voice saying? Look at me. You're worth it. You're capable. You are totally worth it. You have to look at me right now and you have to become delusional to believe who you can be starting at this moment forward. Look, a lot of people can't grow in life because they live in shame from something that they failed at before or something that's happened in their life before. We've got to decide from this day forward, write that down. From this day forward, you're going to transform. It all starts today. Okay? What happened yesterday's gone. It's done. You were phenomenal yesterday. Beautiful. You got your butt kicked yesterday. Beautiful. I don't care who you are. All I care about is who you're becoming. So I want to tell you this. How does the transformation process start with becoming great? How does it physically happen? Well, number one, write this down. Mental toughness. If you're watching this, let me ask this question. Do you and have you made money before, but you haven't made it for a lifetime? Look, I'm not afraid to fail. I use failure and fear to push me every single day. It exists. Failure is real and fear is real. I use it to fuel me. I love it. I am so thankful for failure. I'm so thankful for it because without it, I wouldn't be where I am, and you can't go anywhere without failure. So right now, say, hey, thank you to all the failures. Appreciate that because that's allowed me to be who I am because I'm smarter and I have more wisdom than I had before I failed. Also, fear. What are you afraid of? The one thing that scares you the most in life is probably the one thing that you need to do the most. Never forget that, okay? A lot of people find fear and you know what they do? They run and they go this way. No. When you feel fear, you attack it, okay? You take that fear and you beat it. And by the way, you're capable of beating it. I'm going to say something to you right now. I don't know who you are when you're watching this right now, okay? I train 185,000 salespeople. We train over 1,500 dealers on our platform, currently shooting this video. And I'm going to tell you this, all right? Everything that you want in life, I believe that you can go get it. I believe it. See, whenever I went and I started chasing what I wanted in life, no one believed in me. No one. And I didn't need them to, okay? I didn't even have one person to believe, but I believe in you. Now you've got one person. You have an unfair advantage that I didn't even have when I started. If you can look at yourself right now and you can say, hey, you know what? I think I've created to be great. God made me to be great. I believe that. I don't care what I've done small or big in the past. Okay? Whatever's happened to me. Look, man, life is beautiful. It's great. It's all perspective. Now at this moment, I want you to change your perspective. Take the gunk on your eyes and wipe them clean and realize what a blessed life that you have. Okay? You ready to transform? Number one, mental toughness. From this point forward, no one else takes up space in your head. No one. Okay? The only thing that goes in your head is positivity, is fire, is energy. Who you believe you're becoming, no more self-doubt. Self-doubt is off limits at this point. Second guessing yourself? No freaking way. We're done. You got to decide at this moment, is this a video that you believe, right, could be the beginning of a new life for you? Or you just, when we're done, going to turn it off and you're going to go back to your normal same way and you're just going to merely consume this information and nothing will change. I watched a video like this when I was younger. And I remember that I felt like the guy was talking directly to me. Everything that you've been through in your life is practice to get you ready for what you're going to go through next. Let me repeat that to you. Every single thing that you have been through in life is practice to get you ready for what you're going to go through next. You were getting ready to have a massive, massive breakthrough in your life. Really. Look, let me tell you this. Remember I told you mental toughness, all right? Let's also talk about believability. Write that down, believability. Let me explain this to you. One person, just one. Who is that one? It's you. One person who believes, who is unwavering, unswerving, and believing in who they can become with an almost an unreasonable approach that it's impossible that this couldn't happen. This is my life. This is the life that I'm going to get. I'm literally delusional. I don't care what else is going on around the circumstances. This is who I'm destined to become, and I'm going to become this person. One person with that belief overrides the belief of a million other people that have disbelief in you. Let me explain this to you. The fastest way for us to rise right now, the fastest ways and transform is by mental toughness. It's to decide we have 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts going through our head a day. It's to decide to be selective to what comes in and only allow the good stuff in. And right now, you can do the same thing. And this is how I changed my life. This is how I grew a $40 million a year company. I drew a stick figure. Do you know, life isn't complicated. It's actually very simple. And the tools that I'm going to tell you right now how to change your life, it's actually so simple that you're actually looking for something complicated, so you're not going to believe it will work. You need to write the stick figure. That's you. What do you want your future self to look like? I didn't say what do you want, your future self, who you want to become. The exercise, the way that you are, okay? The way you care about the passion and the fire you have for just being alive in general, life itself, and towards what you do in life, okay? Your believability, your belief system that you have in yourself is the most important thing out of everything. I decided to believe. You want to totally transform? Mental toughness, changing the believability. Your believability has to be so strong that you are unreasonable to talk about anything else that has to do with less than what you envision your future self being. How does that happen? Guess what? You have to trick yourself and decide that from this day forward, you're going to trick yourself into success. You're going to decide today, right now at this moment, to decide to never be negative again about any situation. Life can serve you whatever you want. Guess what? Life isn't fair, and that's okay. And now that I understand that it's not fair, I'm prepared for unfair things my entire life. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to be a complainer, and I'm not going to get down. I'm not going to get offended, okay? Nothing can offend me. I'm in my own lane. I've decided who I want to be, and I wrote down that stick figure, what I envision my future self being, how much I want to earn, who I'm going to be with, how many people's lives I'm going to change. And I want to tell you this, every successful person, right? They've been inspired to change themselves, and then they've changed others. By the way, nobody can change your life but you. Isn't that beautiful? You see, your life isn't in the power of someone else's hands. I want you to understand this. Let me say it again. Your life isn't in the power of someone else's hands. It means that if you want to change your life, okay, what value is it in bickering, complaining, talking about what's not fair? What good is in it? No one else can change your life. It's just you. If you change the way you think, if you change the way you operate, if you change the way you believe, anything that doesn't align with those thoughts can't be a part of your life. So if your job or if people that are in your life, maybe a toxic relationship, doesn't align with this new transformation that we've decided that we're going to have with this video, if it doesn't align, we audit it out. And it's not a long explaining fight or anything. It's just, hey, this isn't working out. Thank you. And you move on. Because we've decided that we're going to focus on from today forward, which means we're not going to get historical in the past and we're not going to go back. And by the way, never get historical on your old life in your mind and think about what you've been through and let that creep back in on who you are now. That's not you. We killed that person on this video.
No matter what's going on in your life, no matter what's going on in the world, I need you to learn how to get hyper-focused on what's important right now. By definition, this means you'll be living in the present moment.
A quote that has helped me immeasurably, and it's from a book called The Horse, the Boy, the Fox and the Mole. And one of my favorite quotes out of the whole book is a boy and a horse are in the woods. And the boy says to the horse, I can't see a way through. And the horse says, can you see your next step? And the boy says, yeah. And the horse says, then just take that.
Wow.
And it hit me.
Yeah.
All of the time, we look at the goal, we look at the future, we look at the end game, we look at how long a journey it is, and we feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Instead of that, just go, right, I'm not going to worry about that because that will come. With each step, you will get closer to that. So I don't need to worry about how far away it is. All I need to focus on right now is my next step.
You have to trust, respect, and appreciate the process. See, I know you all have outcomes that you desire, but in order to get to those outcomes, you have to build some micro steps and a process that will greatly increase your chance of reaching that desired goal. See, once you have that North Star, and I want you to have that North Star, now it's a matter of what can I do today that will take me closer to that North Star? What can I do right now that will inch me closer to the goal I'm trying to reach? So we have to trust and respect and appreciate the process.
If you were to go to the gym, right? It's like exercise, right? If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. So clearly there's no results, can't be measured. It must not be effective. So we quit, right? Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and you stick with it, you commit yourself to the regime, the exercise. You can screw it up. You can eat chocolate cake one day. You can skip a day or two. You know, it allows for that. But if you stick with it consistently, I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know you'll start getting into shape. I know it. It's not about the events. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency.